Wow, what an amazing action-packed morning we've had so far today, with so many sessions on compute and IoT this morning, a little bit about CSR just before the lunch break. We're now going to be kicking off the afternoon, shifting gear a little bit and looking at DevNet as a topic. DevNet, in case you don't know, is a community with resources and training programs for developers who want to develop software in conjunction with Cisco or to work with Cisco products. We're going to be heading over to the Innovation Showcase, which is in the other hall with Susie Wee. In about 15 minutes or so, she leads our DevNet efforts worldwide. The atmosphere here, though, on the show floor in the hub where we are is incredible. So we're going to head out to the DevNet zone where I believe Steve is ready for us with some interesting guests who are going to talk about DevNet.
David, you hit on exactly the right word. This is community. That's what DevNet's all about. DevNet is always one of my favorite things here at Cisco Live. As you can see, if you look around at all the mobs and the crowds that are around here, DevNet is never a dead area. Everybody is always hopping because it's accessible to everybody. It's why one of my favorite parts of the show. And by the way, if you just turn around, I can wave at you. For those of you who are watching at home, we always like you to know how close things are. The TV studio is directly back over here. We're straight across. We're on the overhead now. This is even better. I don't even know where I'm waving to, but I think it's right up there. Am I pointing? Okay, great. I'm pointing to the right place. All right, so we're going to see what's new and exciting. We always try to spend a lot of time in DevNet if we can, and I've got Tacey Tong and Thomas Tyler back over here with me to give me the grand tour. You guys are both user experience engineers with Cisco DevNet. Thank you for pushing everybody out of your area so you can walk us around and kind of give us the inside scoop. Really glad to have you guys with us for the show.
I'm good. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us.
This is fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we have been talking about DevNet design thinking for some time. There are going to be a lot of people watching on the broadcast who don't know exactly what design thinking is. Give us kind of the introduction to design thinking and then talk us through the chaos that's on the wall behind you here.
Sure, thank you. So Cisco design thinking is really a methodology to solve for problems. So instead of jumping into a solution right away, we always want to take a step back and to figure out what is the user's need, what are the things that are really happening out there, capture the facts before we define the problem. So once we define the right problem, we can start ideating and be creative and solve for solutions. And afterwards, we can always go back to the users and say like, hey, is this really fitting your need? So that is something that can help creating more business outcome. And for here today, we're actually trying to educate and advocate design thinking to our developer community.
So Thomas, let me ask, let's pull back to big picture. How is this a benefit to our user community?
Awesome. Yeah, it's a great benefit to our user community, especially when you think about programmability. When you're really starting to think about these problems that we're trying to solve, these complex problems, how do you think about it from the actual user's perspective? Who's actually going to be using this? So that's where design thinking comes in. Really, how do we actually critically solve problems in a fast and iterative way and really innovate using Cisco's technology?
Cool.
So, we can give you an example, right? So for instance, in this area in here that you talked about, we have been capturing our users' feedback on what are the top 3 automation capabilities, and they can start folding into it, and in which they also define the tasks that they're actually really looking into. That way, it can funnel back to DevNet and say like, hey, there might be some missing gap, or maybe there are some areas that we're already doing awesome, and how we can ideate and create more valuable content to our users.
If somebody hasn't had a chance to get started with design thinking, what are the first steps? How do they get involved with it? How do they let everybody know, yeah, we want to bring this on board?
Awesome. Yeah, so there's multiple ways, especially if they're here at Cisco Live, please come by the booth. You know, during the week from 10 a.m. and then also at 3 p.m. we're actually doing some design thinking workshops, really hands-on on what is design thinking, going through all the different methodologies. But if you're watching online, going to developer.cisco.com/design thinking gives you all you need to know about what is design thinking, shows you what events we're kind of coming to. Yeah.
For those people who aren't here at the show, where do they go? So they're going to go to the website, but in terms of coming in here, what kind of a story are we going to be telling them?
So this is what we're going to go through. We'll be walking through them some of the methodology of design thinking. We'll be guiding them through this exercise, have them to get a quick sense of what it is like. And if, for those of you at home, if you're working with your partner team, partner account team, and if you're working with a partner account manager and account manager, I highly encourage you to reach out to them to talk about, hey, how can we start a co-creation and design thinking workshop with DevNet?
Guys, such a great job over here. This is really exciting stuff. So Casey, Thomas, thank you. For those people who are here at the show, come down and talk to these amazing folks. They're brilliant. They're going to be able to walk you through it, show you exactly what the benefit is to you. Thank you for taking time to talk with me. And making me feel welcome.
Yes, of course.
I've got a much better sense of design thinking. All right, keep doing a good job. I'm going to run away from you now, all right?
Thank you.
You follow me, Steve. Come on over because I want you to get a flash all around the booth. There is so much happening here at DevNet. We're going to keep checking in with you all week long on the DevNet front. What I want to do next is talk about certifications. Huge part of every Cisco Live that we do all day long at the show. We are offering infrastructure and application development focused technical sessions. So what do you want to do? API overview. Do you want a deep dive? Do you want a hands-on exercise? Do you want to learn the best practices or the case studies? We're out here learning about all kinds of things, right? Network programmability, development using containers, blockchain, DevOps, IoT. DevNet is what it's all about, and this is where the certification comes in. It's open to everyone, by the way, to start developing using Cisco technology. You can get hands-on with everything, every element of the DevNet program, and again, you get that face-to-face support from the developer teams. All right, so once you're ready to go and you're like, yeah, I want to get certified, you know who you're going to talk to? You're going to talk to Ryan Rose, who's back over here. Ryan, thanks for talking with me. You're a technical program manager on the DevNet developer experience team, right?
That's right, yes.
All right, so first thing I want to know is, we're always at DevNet. We spend loads of time here at DevNet. We always try to bring the cameras in as much as possible and tell the story. What is new and different for this particular event compared to some of the stuff we've talked about in the past?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. We are here talking about the DevNet certifications, and we announced that at Cisco Live US, but we are a month away from those exams launching on February 24th,
baby.
Exactly. I tell everybody that. It's very important. It's also my wife's birthday, so it's a date I can't forget.
Happy birthday in advance. In case Ryan forgets to say it later, I'm going to take care of it now for you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. But what we're talking about here is how people can get ready. We're a month out, so there's still that runway time that people can use to start getting ready. So we're talking about new DevNet tools that we've launched that are launching very soon for people to get ready. First, we have taken every single exam topic for all 10 of our DevNet exams, and we have listed that on developer.cisco.com/certification. Then, we found every learning lab that every registered DevNet member can take for free to have them start getting ready now for DevNet certification. So, all available.
That is so cool, meaning that if you're here in Barcelona with us, you can walk in the door, you can get that early access to the information now and kind of get the lowdown. Because a lot of the people here on the stream, they're not here at the show with us. They don't have an opportunity to walk in the door, but they still have access to that early information and they can begin the ramp up at this point.
Exactly. In fact, every single person that is signed up at developer.cisco.com, all you have to do is go into our certification pages and you'll find all of those exam topics line by line. We're not keeping any secrets. We're letting you know what we're going to be testing you on. And what's great is we have found, like I said, every existing learning lab that will help you start getting ready. And if you're starting at zero, we have a plan for you. If you think Python is just a snake, we have a learning lab for you. So that's been great. We're also talking about two other big things that actually Susie just got done announcing on stage. The first is our DevNet Associate Fundamentals training. This is, if you like the way that DevNet does training, if you like our learning labs and our sandboxes, well, we have taken a lot of what we've learned and a lot of our skill sets. We've brought in our DevNet engineers and dev advocates, and we have built a new piece of training that will help you get ready for the DevNet Associate Certification. That's launching February 21st, 2020, so just a short time from now. We are also talking about our new DevNet study groups, because we know at DevNet, everyone learns together. And so we want to increase that interactivity between the 500,000 developers we have on DevNet. And so we are launching our new DevNet study group platform that will help people be able to engage not only with the training that we have, but with one another. So that way people can learn from each other together.
Ryan, you are so all over this. I'm telling you, 3 minutes, you've just gotten such an incredible overview of everything taking place within certification. The theater has been packed all day long. We're in a bit of a downtime for the moment, but that's going to start back up again. Ryan, thank you. Always love these opportunities to talk, to see what you guys are doing, to see the kind of leadership that Susie is providing for you and for the rest of the team. It's always such a killer story here at DevNet. Really appreciate it.
We're happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. Stay with us. We'll hopefully be back to chat with you more. Now, we're going to keep talking DevNet DevNet, DevNet, DevNet. It is the DevNet show portion of the Cisco Live broadcast. But right now, I want to introduce you to a fantastic company. Natilic is guiding their clients on their journey so that they really understand their business initiatives and desired outcomes. So they're helping organizations all across the world today to deploy those key cross-architectural solutions that deliver real value out to their business. I want you to get to know this organization. Check out this VT. It's going to take about 2 minutes. We'll be right back here in the DevNet booth when it's done. Here we go.
So Natilic are a global technology services provider. We're headquartered in the UK with presence in Americas and Asia. We've been a partner with Cisco for over a decade, and we believe it's our job to sit between Cisco and our clients' organisations, delivering the outcomes that really matter to them.
One of our biggest challenges was to augment our traditional business model, to differentiate ourselves, to add that extra value, be it through events, through training, through skills, and through elevating our in-house expertise to be able to give our clients more of a value add from what we can offer.
DevNet presents us with two opportunities. One is a facilitation of a journey that we're all going on in helping people's development and feeling comfortable in this new world of programmability of networks, but also it plays directly to the revenue opportunities that we have today and reinforces the need to invest in Cisco infrastructure and Cisco software to get to that next stage.
DevNet has a really structured approach to bringing the tools and skills to the industry, and that is what we found appealing. That is what we do day in, day out.
We're striving to be that pioneer partner for Cisco and utilizing the tools like Sandbox, Code Exchange, and the other great tools which DevNet offers.
One thing we have found is that by incorporating programmability and working with DevNet, we've been able to see an immediate impact to our clients.
We can help them on this journey because we've been there, exactly where our clients are now. We're sharing the ideas externally. We're opening our own APIs to our clients so they can leverage them.
To have a community such as DevNet that embraces change and brings people along on that journey really helps people in Natilic, people in our clients' businesses, feel comfortable with that transition and be supported in that transition. So I think it's fundamental in that journey that we're all going on.
And obviously none of this would have been possible or could have been possible without DevNet.
Hey there, we're here in the DevNet Sandbox Zone and there's lots of exciting things going around. I'm joined by Tom Davies. Tom,
hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about the DevNet Sandbox Zone, what's here?
DevNet Sandbox is all about providing our partners and our customers with on-demand development environments for across all of Cisco's different portfolio. We've got about 80 sandboxes people can choose from. We have 110,000 customers on platform, and they push about 10 million API calls through our different technologies and solutions we have on Sandbox every single year.
Amazing. So what are some of the latest releases that people can use? Tell us a bit more about that.
We've got the latest IOX releases on platform that people can use and get into. We've got, in the networking domain, we've got the latest DNA Center release at 1.3.x, and we've got ACI in the data center realm for the latest releases that partners and customers can get their hands onto.
Okay, and I keep hearing the word automation when it comes to this, right? So what does that mean in this? Why is it important? Why should people care?
Yeah, we love automation on Sandbox because we have our own data centers, of course, and as part of that, we build automation into everything that we do. Our data centers are 100% Cisco,
okay,
and they have APIs on top of them, and it allows us to completely roll out new changes to our networks and our infrastructure en masse really quickly, and we know it's valid and secure through Cisco's solutions. So everything we do is automated within our data centers.
Got it. So I can see lots of exciting things. Obviously, we've got the demo, the arcade, so people should definitely come down here, right?
They should, for sure, yeah.
And what else is there to do here in the zone? So tell us a bit more about the arcade.
What they can do is, if they visit any of our demos, or if they visit any of our solutions, they can chat away, make sure they pick up a little demo token like this, and they can cash it in. And if they then put it into, get their highest score on Pac-Man, they'll pick up a Meraki goodie bag that they can pick up from the DevNet zone anytime they come down. Amazing. So definitely make sure you come down here. In just a couple of seconds' time, we're going to head over. Devi
Debbie Susie Wee is going to be doing a innovation showcase talking about accelerating success through certifications and automation with the new network. So I know a lot of Cisco Live attendees are here. They're very excited about certifications. Cisco's talked about lots of exciting new things in this space. Watch this talk so you can learn so much more about DevNet.